At 3:11 a.m., the elevator in this hotel does something impossible. It opens its doors onto a floor that was demolished in 1992. Last week, someone stepped out, and no footage has ever shown them coming back. This is the story of floor 14, the floor the hotel swore they erased. This is not an urban legend, not a ghost story whispered online. This is documented, recorded, reviewed by investigators. The hotel says it's a malfunction. Engineers say it's a glitch. Families say it's something else. A doorway to a night that never ended. Tonight we're walking through every detail, every timestamp, every impossible moment to understand what really happened in the elevator at 3:11 a.m. In 1992, a fire tore through the hotel's 14th floor. Room 1406 was ground zero. 6 people died, 2 never identified. Walls burned to the frame. Phones melted to the tables. Carpet fused to the concrete. The hotel reacted fast, too fast. They didn't rebuild the floor, they removed it. Tore out the stair access, cut the power, gutted everything. Then they renamed the levels, skipping 14 entirely, pretending it was never there. But buildings remember their dead, and machines, they remember the paths they were programmed to take. Security footage from 2019 shows the first anomaly. At exactly 3:11 a.m., the elevator rises past the guest floors, hesitates, and the indicator flickers. Not 10, not 11, not 12, but a faint, glitching 14. The doors open, and behind them, an empty hallway coated in smoke. The floor doesn't exist, but the footage does. No one steps out, no one steps in, and the doors quietly close. Security reported it, management deleted it, but the elevator didn't stop. 3 years later, a guest named Daniel Cross checked into room 1102. His last recorded movement was walking into the elevator at 3:10 a.m., holding a cup of hotel tea and looking at his phone. The footage is clear. He presses 11. The doors close. The elevator rises. At 3:11 a.m., the screen flickers. The numbers blur. Then 14. The doors open onto the burned hallway that shouldn't exist. Daniel steps forward, pauses, and looks to his left as if hearing something. He walks toward the door of room 1406. The footage cuts out. When it resumes, the hallway is empty. Daniel is gone. He never checked out, never used his card again, never left the hotel. 5 minutes before he vanished, Daniel called the front desk. His voice was shaky, like he was breathing smoke. He said, "This floor smells burned. There's a phone ringing, and I think someone's in the hall." The front desk replied, "Sir, we don't have a 14th floor." Daniel whispered, "I'm standing on it." The line cut. Static. Silence. That was the last anyone heard from him. The hotel discreetly hired a private investigator named Martin Hale to replicate the event. He entered the elevator at 3:10 a.m., carrying a camera, a notebook, and a small flashlight. The elevator rose, lights flickered, numbers skipped, then froze. 14. The doors opened, and Martin stepped out onto the same ruined corridor Daniel walked into. His camera caught everything: the peeling wallpaper, the blackened ceiling, the rotary phone ringing from deep inside the hall. He approached room 1406. Behind the frosted window, a shadow moved. A whisper came through the air, a hoarse, rasping voice. "You're late." The elevator behind him began closing its doors on its own. Martin sprinted back and slipped in just before it sealed. The elevator descended. For 27 seconds, his camera glitched into pure static. When the footage returned, a single frame showed a figure standing directly behind him, smiling. Internal logs reveal something chilling. Every night, at exactly 3:11 a.m., the elevator receives a command for a floor that no longer exists. A ghost signal, a dead pathway, leftover code from a night of fire, panic, and unanswered screams. Old staff whisper about the sounds, knocking behind sealed walls, phones ringing in empty air, wet footprints on the carpet long after housekeeping leaves. One housekeeper quit after finding a child's drawing on the old service landing. A family of 4. Dated 1992, 1 year before demolition. Some say it's a haunting. Others say it's a time loop. A leftover moment repeating itself on a floor trapped between past and present. But the truth feels worse. Machines don't haunt. Buildings don't dream. Which means something alive is still walking that hall, still waiting behind that door, still answering that phone. The elevator is just the messenger. It opens the way for anyone unlucky enough to be inside at 3:11 a.m. The hotel has never found Daniel Cross or the others, but every few months someone reports the same thing. The elevator stutters, lights dim, numbers blur, and for a moment, just a moment, the button for 14 glows softly, as if inviting you to press it. Maybe it's a glitch, maybe it's a memory, or maybe the floor isn't gone. Maybe it's just waiting for someone new to step inside. So, if you ever stay in this hotel and the elevator doors slide open at 3:11 a.m., don't move, don't breathe, don't take a single step. Because if you walk out, you won't just enter another hallway, you'll enter a night that refuses to end. The past is patient, and some doors never stop opening.